Within this video, I shall provide an overview of the instrumental recording I recorded and engineered during the springtime of 2019. I recorded a violin instrumental rendition of Frank Sinatra's song My Way. This project comprises of an instrumental single-line melodic track supported with an implemented backing track. So within this project, I used a couple of condensers and dynamic microphones to capture the various elements of the violin and the violin being played, such as the neck, the body, the bridge of the violin, capture the bow in action, and additionally I used a condenser mic to capture the ambience within the room, just to provide kind of further element, I guess, within my overall recorded mix. So looking at the track here, we've got 4 tracks, which if I go over to my mixer, I use for the center point within the to the player, I use the Rode NT2 condenser microphone. To the left of the microphone left to the player, I use the Sennheiser 441 to capture the body of the resonant body of the violin. I use the Sennheiser 609 to capture the kind of the neck action and the fingering action when the violin was being played. And I use the Rode NT1 then as the room kind of ambient mic. Come back to this. In regards to the editing, like the recording kind of comprised of like a series of 3 takes or 3 to 4 takes. I kind of finalized, I guess, on the third take, being the fact that the third take was the best one performed by the musician James Jones. And once I kind of like decided on use that, then obviously I tidied up the project and I got rid of any of the playlists and any unused audio, and then I crossfade, I applied fades at the introduction of the track, as you can kind of see here, and then I applied a long kind of fade out at the end, which corresponds then with the backing track. So yes, in regards to how I process the audio, if we go back over to the mixer, I apply it across all 4 of them. Apply some reductive EQ. So if I kind of drag this up here, reductive EQ just to get rid of any of the resonances and any kind of like frequencies that I didn't really want present within the mix. It's very similar then across the board. Like you can see that I've done quite a bit of a low cut in a depicted on which microphone. Obviously, the amount of low cut and the amount of kind of reductive EQ varied. See here. And then, in a similar sense to all of the other projects I've been using, I use the CLA Mix Hub as my kind of like, I guess, as my main hub to provide additive EQ for all of the recorded tracks. So you can see here my center mic. I've applied some high frequencies there. I've kind of pushed it on the high mid frequencies here, and the low mid frequencies and the low frequencies. But whereas here, I've kind of pushed it a little bit more with the lower frequencies here, and I've taken it off a little bit when it comes to the ambient mic and the and the 609, because obviously I kind of wanted that high end fingering action on the violin. I wanted to capture that. I get a true representative of that. I then pan them accordingly. Once I'd done that, I bust them all into a stereo bus. Sent it through a compressor. I didn't apply that much compression, to be honest, because obviously being the fact that it's just kind of a solo acoustic instrument, I didn't, and there was going to be variance and dynamics as it was being played. I didn't really want to compromise it that much, but I just provided a little bit of compression just to kind of really make it stand out a little bit more within the overall mix. And then I additionally provided some reverb as well, some time-based effects, some reverb to kind of really push the ambience then of the violin being played within the overall mix. This track here, the My Way track, is just essentially the backing track that was provided by the performer to accompany him when he was playing during the actual production process. Obviously, in order to achieve that, I just sent him a full back mix, which he obviously received through his headphones as he was playing the track. Going back to the mixing stage, and once essentially, like, I didn't apply any EQ, any additive EQ within the backing track, because this one sounded particularly good. So I worked his mix in accordance to match, or to kind of like just be slightly above the give and backing track. So once I had my mix kind of finalized and how I wanted it to be, I bust both the violin bus, the reverb, and the backing track buses out into a stereo bus. Sent that through the SSL bus compressor, only slightly set it to auto, set it to attack 1, ratio 4. I didn't want the compression to be too harsh in the overall recording, but I just wanted to give it a little bit of an edge. So I sent it through that, and once I'd done that, I bust them both out to the two various kind of audio tracks, and I recorded the tracks as requested for the assignment. So yeah, that's my recording, or my instrumental recording, as part of my P&P portfolio. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all enjoyed the mix master that I'll be presenting with you next week within my actual presentation. Thank you very much.